What up, kinfolk? It's your boy Screwface Capone in the house, and I'm back with another toy second unboxing video. You gotta think about this little subsection. I really can't do them on a regular basis like I do the other stuff. I just unbox them whenever I just get new toys and stuff. But I think this particular time I was able to get several different pieces of tech in one short period. The first was a PlayStation 5, which that unboxing video may or may not be up. And the second one is going to be this bad boy. That's right, the Nintendo Switch OLED. For those of you who don't remember, Nintendo announced this Switch OLED, which is basically like the old Nintendo Switch with an upgraded screen earlier this year. It costs $350, but you can trade in your old Switch for it, or at least the weekend it came out, which is this past weekend. I traded mine in off of it, so basically I just paid $100 for this. And I also paid for a protection plan and whatnot. So as you can see, it's got a larger screen, a slightly better looking screen. It's got a tabletop mode, and the deck for the TV mode, it has a Ethernet cable, so you don't got to connect to Wi-Fi all the time if you're hooking up to your TV. Also, even changed the kickstand on it too, so if you play in tabletop mode, you can even adjust the height that it stands at. So basically, I should point out this really isn't an upgraded Switch model. It's just upgraded when it comes to cosmetics and a few extra bells and whistles here and there. If you already have a Switch, then I don't really see any major need to upgrade. If you want the improved image quality, then I don't blame you. But I think this is aimed at people who don't already have a Switch. So the cool part about this is that I didn't pre-order it, but when it came out, GameStop actually had several different several models available. If you moved fast enough, then you could have gotten one. So that's what I did. I went to GameStop, traded my Switch in, and got this one. So I'm gonna open this up, show you what you get in the box, show what games look like on the Switch, and one thing I want to do is give some thought to the Switch a year in. So we're gonna hop right into unboxing, but before we do, what I want you to do, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon. If you like this video, then I got tons more like it. All types of tech, all kinds of game reviews, and even as soon as I put a video up. Plus, that helps me grow as a channel. I've been getting a lot of new members lately, so definitely check it out. So enough talk, we're gonna get right in and open this bad boy up. All right, I'm back. So here is the box, and bring this mic up for me a little bit. So here's the box. Here is the box. Here's what you're gonna get in the box. We're gonna go ahead and open it. Here's the thing at the bottom. Let's pull this bad boy out. 9-inch of tape in there. We open that up. Basically show you how to set it up, plug it in and all that. And here it is. Joy-Cons pretty much look like they did on the last one. That's not to be surprised. I think they're the same size too. Here's the Switch itself. It always looks weird when you see it without the Joy-Cons. Just seeing a little thing. You should probably see if there's another screen protector for it. Maybe there's one on it now. Kickstand. How do I pull this out? Oh, you just pull it out like this. As you see, you can adjust it however you need to, depending on what angle you want to place. That's a new thing for the OLED. Screen feel is different too. If you notice, here's the new micro SD card slot, so it's a bit easier to access as well. Let's see. I got my own micro SD, so I'm gonna just go ahead and plug that in. Close that. See what else is in the box. This box really doesn't look too different from the original Switch box, except obviously the design. Here's the HDMI cable. I'm pretty sure anyone would work, but it's good that they pack one with the Switch, because it's pretty much because like one thing that annoys me is like whenever you get a new plug and play device or a new system, and they don't put in like things like the AC cords or the HD cards. And of course, here's the AC cable. It looks a bit different from the original Switch one too, because I don't remember having this thing right here, or maybe it's just me. And once again, this should be pretty familiar to anybody who played the original Switch. If you're playing in tabletop mode or console mode, you can just slide these things in and hold it like an actual controller. And then, of course, here is the all new, all different control dock. As you can see, there's a different design here. Here's the USB cords. So you still got to pop it open to access the AC adapter parts and the HDMI parts. And of course, this time you have a Ethernet port. So I don't know if you can see it from here. So I'm going to go ahead and slide these bad boys on. This bad boy right here. And this one. Now the thing is, it kind of feels a bit thinner. Well, no, I take that back. The reason for that is that there's no like I don't have my case with it like the way I don't really have my protectors for the Joy-Cons the way I did with my original one. So that's why it. But still, even with those, it kind of feels a bit thinner. I will say that does. And the back kind of feels different. Feels like more sandier, more smoother. Here's the game card port. There's your headphone ports. Got to grab onto that. There's your headphone ports. There's the volume, and there's the power button. I don't know how well you can see it, filming it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to turn this on. And here it is, Nintendo. Oh, another thing I'll notice with the new Joy-Cons, or maybe just these again, like this thing is more pronounced. And of course, like there's a better sound process. I think the sound's been improved. The Americas. Searching for networks. I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and then I'll be back with some game footage. Be right back. Alright, here I am. Several hours later, actually overnight. So I decided to download most of my old software and sync some of my save files. And so I'm going to run a few games to see how this thing looks. So as you can see, like the screen looks slightly bigger than it did on the original Switch. And by the way, I didn't show this earlier when I unboxed it, but you also get these two things. Like you slip them over the Joy-Cons, you can use that to play them. Like to press the shoulder buttons and whatnot. Just like in the with the original Switch, except it's got this little button right here. So you can like adjust the just that little lanyard for the few games that actually do that, like motion control stuff. So anyway, one thing you can do is you can download your save data from the cloud, but sometimes that might not always work. So I'm going to show you what. Hopefully I can get. So like basically what happens, like a few times I tried to load up a game and they said that there was some save data stuff from the cloud, but I had to. But at first it didn't show up when I loaded the game. But I had to go. But after I went back in, after I exited out the game, then I went back, closed it, and I went back into the game. It was able to download. I think this might have been due to the fact that I was downloading so much stuff at one time. Anyway, I'm gonna try something real quick. I know I'm supposed to have the new Metroid. I'll probably get that next week. I'm gonna start with something like ActRaiser. So you'll get this because, like, of course, you have Nintendo Online. It'll save to the cloud. So let's see. So it says there is some save data that is not downloaded. So for more information, go to the home menu, highlight your software, and select options, and select Save Data Cloud. So you can just basically check the last time it's been saved. So let's start it first. I know it's not going to look exactly a match, because like I'm like tilting the thing back and sun's out and there's some screen glare. There's that Square Enix logo. And by the way, I'm actually using this controller to play it. My GameCube style controller. It's a Bluetooth, so basically system wise, it's picking up where it left off as far as like being able to use stuff. I have to pair it again, of course, but of course I can still use any. If it can work with the last Switch, it can learn with this one. I mean, if it can work with the last Switch, it can work with this one. So yeah, it's not showing my game data as of yet. So what I'm gonna do is close software. I'm gonna go to options, save data cloud. Sometimes you might get this, an error has occurred. So you want to select that. With automatic backup and are currently available due to a data conflict. So you're going to download the save data. So the save data on this console will be overwritten. Overwritten save data cannot be recovered. Are you sure you want to overwrite your console data? Because I think like what you're supposed to do, like when you change your Switch, you're gonna like, there's some data transfer procedure like right using your old Switch. But what I did is I sold off my old one, then got a new one. So that's not why it's not, so it doesn't really automatically download. So if I go back in, I wonder if there's actually a setting where I can go into automatically download everything regardless. But by the way, ActRaiser Renaissance is a dope game. You should definitely play it. And here it is, my last save data. You probably can't tell from the video itself, but the sound sounds much improved. Like the sound quality sounds a little bit improved over the last version. It kind of feels more clear, a bit more crisp. Data management, save data cloud. Yeah, I think you got to use that save data device. So you can select it and download it individually, so that's a good thing. I just wish you could like do it all at once. Let's see. Try Steel Assault. Download save data. Alright. So let me try to go in and run Steel Assault. This is another good game that I recommend. I'm probably going to do a review. I'm probably going to do a review on it like either sometime within the next week or two. If you saw my Shark Tank series, I played the demo that came out during the Steam Game Festival. Yep. So if you got your Switch and you're playing it and you played it without transferring it over, then the trick is you have to download the save data before you play it. So that's one thing. What about this? Transfer your save data. Receive save data. Oh no, yeah, that save data is just for when you do it all at once. Let's see. Save data on this console. I'm going to try another one real quick. SNK Heroines tag Frenzy. I wish you could sort this list like you could with the other one. Otherwise, I'm getting everything. Otherwise, I think everything's like in the order that I last saved it in. Let me grab this one here. Octopath Traveler. Maybe there is, I didn't pay attention. No. You know what you can also do? Go to Options. You can download your save data. See, all the new systems got like cloud backup, so that's an awesome thing. Of course, like one day when these servers go offline, like in the distant future, then you're screwed. But for now, I think it's a pretty good innovation. So I'm going to go back in. Now, one thing I noticed with like Steel Assault, I'm not sure if it's the game itself, but it didn't take up like all the space. So I guess depending on which game it is, it'll take up all the real estate. Anyway, this is SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. As you may or may not know, I'm a huge King of Fighters fan. You might have seen that KOF documentary that I got on the channel. Anyway, part 3's coming sometime in the near future. I wonder if there's anybody online. Let me turn this down some. So this is basically King of Fighters with a simplistic playstyle and an all-female cast. And of course you can adjust their dresses so they can... There's no nudity or anything like that, but you can like dress them down as little as you want. Yeah, I doubt very many people are playing this nowadays. Here's female Terry Bogard. Go ahead and pick random. So I'll probably hit on this game like sometime during the anthology. Like as I said, like the difference between the Nintendo Switch Pro, I mean not Pro, the Nintendo Switch OLED and the previous Switch is like the screen quality, not so much the graphical quality. I know there's like rumors of a 4K Switch going, but I really doubt that's going to come. If anything, maybe like do a system upgrade within like 2 or 3 years. As far as like a upgraded version of this, then I think this is as good as it's going to get. Maybe there'll be another model for it, but I don't think you're going to see an upgrade. It's been a while since I played this. Anyway, so that is the Nintendo Switch OLED. Gotta remember not to say OLED. A cool thing it did, it brought over all my old screenshots and clips from my prior Switch. But I think that's because they were... No, I think they got off the cloud because like when I use my memory card from the last Switch, then one thing it did, like it had to delete, it pretty much deleted everything and formatted it. So let's see what else I want to show off. Let's see, internet settings. Like there was something else I wanted to show off. Oh yeah, the other big difference is the memory size. The onboard memory is 64, and of course you can use the micro SD card to increase it. So yeah, because depending on what game you're playing, can actually take up a whole lot of space, very little space to not a lot of space. So that's cool. I think there was something you could do with the screen, the menu screen, but that you couldn't do with the original Switch. But I can't figure out what it is. But yeah, that is the Nintendo Switch. All right, so that's it for the Switch unboxing. Just some final thoughts. Feels like kind of yesterday when I did that shitty video where I unboxed the original Nintendo Switch. This was back in 2018, September 2nd of 2018, and this was when I was still living in Twinsburg. So that was like 3 years ago. Time flies. Since then, I moved down to Atlanta and stuff, and I moved again, and a month later, and like next month, I'm getting ready to move to Oklahoma. So yeah, a lot has changed, but I've always wanted to give some thoughts on the Switch as well as some of the games I got for it. Um, so I think the Switch is I think probably as far, like I think like when Nintendo came out with the Switch, I think their goal has always been to create that third tier between console and handheld. I think that was the case with the Nintendo DS, because around that time they still had the Game Boy Advance, but eventually it became all about the DS. Um, I think they experimented with that with the Wii U. I thought the Wii U was a pretty good system, um, but then it fell into the same traps that other Nintendo systems around that time had, like where you had where you had the big gimmick, and it was more about the gimmick than an actual gameplay, and plus there wasn't really much in the way of third-party support in the later years. But I think like with the Switch, they kind of nailed it out the park as far as like third-party stuff and gameplay. So like it gives you like so many options to play. You can connect it to your TV set and play that way. You can play it as a handheld, or even just sit on the table and play it with a controller like I did. It's probably my favorite handheld system. I make sure to take it with me whenever I do laundry or go to a doctor's appointment. I'm waiting for a while, or I go for a plane ride. Um, I always have it with me, and like the thing with the Switch OLED, like I actually have a pouch for the original Nintendo Switch. It actually still fits it. So as far as like some of the games I got for it, of course I got the big games like Breath of the Wild, and I got Mario Kart 8 recently. Like one thing I like to play on is like retro style games and the retro game compilation that come out. Like there's a really good one from Psycho with Bullet Hell Games. There's of course that Capcom beat 'em up pack. Um, there's the Street Fighter compilation. Let's see, there's games like Steel Assault, ActRaiser, and Panzer Dragoon. Lots of remakes. I think like the Switch is my preferred platform to play these kinds of games because they're like bite-sized or compact. And I can really just take it on the go with me. Like as far as Breath of the Wild, I mean it's an okay game. I just really couldn't get into it. I guess I really didn't play enough. That was like one of the first games I got too. But like I can't just really get into it. But I guess I got to play a bit more to really find out. Like it's Zelda, so if you like Zelda, then that's your thing. Surprisingly, I haven't gotten Mario Odyssey yet. I'm not a big platformers guy, but I know that's a really good game. Um, what else I like playing on here? Of course, Smash. Of course, Smash Ultimate. Like you pretty much have to have that if you got a Switch. I also got the recent HD remake of Shin Megami Tensei 3, so I love those games. Um, I hope they bring like an upgraded version of Shin Megami Tensei 4 to it. And they got 5 coming this fall, so that's a cool thing. Maybe they can like re-release the whole series and put it on there. So I think like one part of discontent with the console is like really since there's no backward compatibility, obviously, like people who want to play the older games that they might have missed out on are kind of going to be left, are they kind of gotta wait to see if they're gonna like re-release them on this form. Like they got stuff like there's a Xenoblade Chronicles, which has been re-released for the third time on the Switch. But I guess we're still waiting for stuff like Metroid Prime Trilogy or maybe even Xenosaga Chronicles X. Like some of those games from the Wii U or the Wii that we missed out on, or like some of our favorites from them. Because like everything's getting remastered nowadays. Who knows? Maybe we'll see like a Mad World remastering. What else I want to see? Well, good thing they already put. I was about to say No More Heroes, but they already got that, so that's pretty cool. And also, there's the lack of a virtual console. Like that was one of the big selling points of both the Wii and the Wii U. There was no way to transfer all those virtual console games over, so that's a pretty big sore point for fans. I know they got the Super Nintendo Online and the NES Online. They're gonna come out with the N64 and Genesis. I know people have their complaints about that because they still haven't put the games on there that we want to see, but I look at it as that you get a whole bunch of games for basically free, and the online service is cheap, like $3, I think $3 or $4 a month, or even $20 a year. So I mean, it's cheap, and you get a lot of extras with it. So I don't have any complaints about it. Plus, they put like somewhat obscure stuff. Now, I would like to see more classic games like, say, Link to the Past, or maybe they do, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe like Mario RPG and stuff like that. But I'm okay with the lineup. Of course, I am interested to see what other N64 or Genesis games are coming out. I know that's like an upgrade. Although I think it's kind of weird that they put Genesis games on there, but not Game Boy and Game Gear games. You get Genesis games before you get like Game Boy and Game Gear games, and it would seem like Game Boy games would be a dead ringer for this console. There's now another sore part I don't like is the shop, like how hard it is to navigate. It's good because because there's a lot of discounts on there. Like there's almost 1,000 on at any given moment. I'm getting parched. I'm gonna grab something to drink. Sparkling yerba mate water. It's got 8 carbohydrates. It's got 8 grams of carbohydrates, 8 grams of sugar. So, it's a pretty okay drink. If you don't want to drink soda, then you got this. There goes my train of thought. As I was saying, like the shop, like it's real hard to navigate through it. But they offer a lot of discounts on stuff, and that's how I discovered some of the more obscure games on this that I got. Because I saw them when they were on sale, or I just saw them in the new releases. Things like Agartha S that I took, that was like one of my first reviews. But like one thing is like there's no like review system and no rating system on there, and this is the thing that this is one thing that pretty much the Xbox has, and I think maybe Sony has something similar to that. But like there's no way of vetting the games while you're on the system, so somebody will easily see something that's on sale for like $1 or even 49 cents, and then download and find out it sucks. But then there's a lot of dope games on there that get overlooked because of so much bearing. Like it's pretty much worse than Steam, because at least with Steam they do got like a rating system, and they do got like this. They'll show you whether it's most positive, negative, mixed, or mostly positive. This is good. So it kind of makes it hard to navigate. So and what else? Yeah, so whatever games I buy for it. I got Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's a pretty good game. Fire Emblem Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. I like Dynasty Warrior style games. So seeing Hyrule Warriors, I got Hyrule Warriors like way back in the day for Wii U, but I had to sell my Wii U because at the time I'd been unemployed and I need some money. So the fact that they re-released the game with all the content, that's pretty much an awesome deal. That was like a huge, it was like a huge sigh of relief. So what else? So of course I'm planning to get Metroid sometime in the near future, probably even next week. And of course there's a ton of games on here that I'm probably going to give a review for. That I'm going to give a review for in the near future. So, that's probably enough of me rambling about the Switch. I haven't done this much rambling since I tried to do the like freeform news segments. So anyway, the Switch OLED. If you already have a Switch, I don't think, and I don't see it as something that you absolutely have to upgrade. The increased memory isn't too much. The Ethernet is a cool thing to have, and of course the widescreen is a cool thing to have, but I don't see it as something that you have to upgrade to. But if you got the money, and of course if you can trade up, if you got the money and you can trade up to the next one, then by all means do it. But I think this is mainly aimed at people who don't already have a Switch. You can get in at this level, and it's not too much more than the original model, so that's a cool thing. But I think it's definitely a good system. It makes a few improvements here and there. Now let's see if the Joy-Con drift has been addressed. So that's all I got to say about that. If you like what you just saw, make sure you hit that thumbs up icon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you got the system? Let me know what you think. And what are some of the games that you will recommend for it? Let me know that in the comments. Also, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. I got tons of stuff coming. I got at least 2 more unboxing videos coming. And I got some more reviews. I got like more game history. And just other cool stuff. So we get to help each other out. So if you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you'll be notified the instant I put up a new video. And that helps me grow as a channel, because I got 111 subscribers as of right now. And that's not much, but there's been an uptick in the past several months. Lots of people have been joining. Lots of people digging the content. Lots of people reacting to it. At least for a small YouTube channel. So that makes me happy. And I just love putting out this content. So I'm not going to spend too much more talking. It's Sunday afternoon as I record this. I'm going to go off and do my laundry. So, if you're still here, thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm out of 51,000 G, kinfolk.